All right, what's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy DMV HOODZ, aka HOODZ Media. I'm right here live on my dirty ass pillow. Hold on, let me switch this pillow out because this ain't is y'all dirty. I'm gonna wash it tonight though. But anyway, so I decided I wanted to just start a new segment because I see like a lot of bloggers, you know what I'm saying, or a lot of YouTubers and shit like that do stories about their lives and shit like that, right? And since I got a little couple subscribers and shit, I might as well tell a couple segments of my life and shit like that, right? So, make a long story short, and shit. I'm gonna start my segment of like, what I'm saying, hoods and news stories, you know what I'm saying? Because I've really been through a lot of shit. It's some stories I'm not gonna tell in my life, but I told my issues with East Street a couple of times on like earlier in DMV HOODZ News, but I think at the time I probably was like at probably 5 to 10,000 subscribers, and I probably surpassed that. You know what I'm saying? I could have been a lot bigger on the YouTube scene, but I just, I was really more focused on Instagram at the time, and I apologize to all my people. So I just decided I want to just do a segment, all organic, nothing filtered, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like live from my bed segments, you know what I'm saying? Because I do a lot of business just comfortably in my bed and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Excuse the sheets and the covers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I at least change the black sheets, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But live in the bedroom, man. We gonna tell these stories. Oh yeah, if y'all knowing what was wrong with my arm, I had surgery on my arm like about 3 weeks ago. So I'm good, y'all. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can see this, be like, what's wrong with your arm, Buzz and Newz? Or, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So, long story short, I'm gonna start off this segment right here, whereas I was I might do 2 parts of this. I don't know. I might do 2 parts. I told this story before, but now it's the updated version. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the better version, right? So it's Hoods and News versus East Street. The story. So this might be part 1. I might tell all 4 stories. It's like 4 or 5 stories of me getting into it with East Street. I don't know what it was. I'm an uptown nigga. I ain't got nothing to do with goes on the Northeast, but I'm gonna tell you how, right? So, and you know what I'm saying? And first and foremost, all this shit is old. Ain't nobody doubt this shit. So if I mention your hood or whatever, you might get offended. Everybody already know who beefing with who. Police know that shit, bro. Like, y'all just niggas be living in some fairy tale land. Like, niggas ain't know these hoods was beefing. They ain't get along and shit like that. They be just living in this world like everything is tipping and hot. So I'm telling it like it is, you know what I'm saying? So what it is, right? So I'm gonna start off like this. So my right hand man, right? You know what I'm saying? My right hand man. I'm gonna just say his fucking name. My man Roy. You know what I'm saying? Go by JR. He rapping all that shit. You know what I'm saying? He go by JR, right? He's my best friend. You know what I'm saying? I hope he's my best friend. This nigga sometimes don't act like a best friend. His ass be burnt the fuck out. Sometimes I be wanting to knock his ass out. But long story short, he's like my right hand man. I knew this nigga since I was like 10, 11 years old, right? You know what I'm saying? He originally from around my way. I grew up around Detroit Park. That's mostly where I've been at most of my life. I lived everywhere uptown though. Like I lived everywhere. I got love for a lot of niggas uptown. You know what I'm saying? Even when some niggas that my neighborhood don't get along with, I lived everywhere uptown. So like, you know what I'm saying? But my home where I was raised, 333 Elm Street, 4th and Elm, Detroit Park, First Street around the corner, Flagler Place. I grew up around that side, you know what I'm saying? The whole Shaw Detroit area, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to 9th, 6th and S, 4th and R, you know what I'm saying? 5th and O, you know what I'm saying? I love that shit, but I grew up around Detroit and shit, right? But, make a long story short and shit, right? He moved, me and him, we grew up together. We went to like Gage Atkinson, you know what I'm saying? Well, actually, I left Gage Atkinson to go to private school, and then he went to Gage Atkinson. So he was with Gage Atkinson with all my friends on the block too as well. So while I was in middle school and I was in private school out of Mo County and shit, you know what I'm saying? So long story short, that was like my best friend. We was together all the time, broke dirty, pumping gas for like, you know what I'm saying, for $1 at the gas station on New Jersey Avenue, going to Union Station with the money off of $15, trying finesse some popcorn, sneaking candy. I'm talking about little dirty, broken kids, you know what I'm saying, little broke ass, dirty ass kids and shit, right? But what happened was in our early teens, I think he wasn't even a teenager yet. I think I was a teen. I think I was probably 13 or 14. He moved to Northeast. He moved on 20th Street, like 20th Street Northeast. Like that's right between, you know what I'm saying? It's like a quiet little block and shit, but it's between 2 well-known hoods. Well, one hood is not really, they known for getting money. They're not really known for going to the GOGOs and getting stamped, but the other one is a very well-known hood, you know what I'm saying? So he moved on 20th Street in Northeast. So he moved right between 21st and H Place, you know what I'm saying? H Place is like a OG get money block. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. They really on get money time. So they was never really into the mix and no beefs and stuff like that. They had their little issues. You know what I'm saying? But you know, with different hoods, but they was really more focused on getting money. So that's why nobody really know what H Place is. You know what I'm saying? The younger generation, they claim 19th and Bennett Road. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's all the same shit. H Place, 19th and Bennett Road, 19th and Bennett. You know what I'm saying? And then on the other side, you got 21st, you got Langston Terrace. Down bottom, you got up top, 21st in Vietnam, 21st in I Block. At the time when we was young, it was called Ink Mob, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you originally from that 21st side, you know about Ink Mob on I Street. You know what I'm saying? But it's all, you know. But, you know, it's some little politics within that neighborhood as well. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I also shout out the 23rd Holly Grove. That's like on the other side of 23rd, right? 23rd and Bennett Road and shit. Right, like not too far from Rosedale and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my Holly Grove niggas too. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of my years, I hung out over there off the stream with him. So, you know, he jumped off the porch around there. He chose his side. You know what I'm saying? Keep it 100. He was more closer to the H Place side, but because 21st was like the cool ass hood to be from. Oh yeah, they always in the beat. They always fighting and doing. You know what I'm saying? All the bitches love 21st niggas and shit like that. So you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he grew up like between like 20th and I. So it was like right there around the corner, you around 21st, and then the other corner you around H Place. He was more closer to H Place, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, 21st is like, that's who getting stamped at the GOGOs. That's, you know what I'm saying, all the bitches like. So I guess he chose the 21st side because of, you know, the strength, whatever. So when he chose that 21st side, now from what he told me, I'm telling his side of the story, he told me he started claiming 21st and he ain't like East Street because East Street, some girls from East Street jumped him in middle school. Now, I think, what's that school called? Brown or something. It's like a little school down Rosedale or something like that, right? So he told me that when he yelled out, fuck East Street, whatever. So after that, they was on site with him. You know what I'm saying? It didn't even matter if he claimed 21st or not. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, fuck fuck East Street, whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, this is all like public record. You can look it up on the news and you can look up who hood beefing with who is on the news. I did a story on East Street 21st before, so I ain't really saying nothing that nobody don't know. So long story short, like, you know what I'm saying? And plus it wasn't gunplay back in the day. I don't even think it was, I don't know if it was ever got serious to gunplay. It was always fights. You know what I'm saying? When we was young. This when we was young in our generation, it was fighting, then gunplay. Now it was just straight 13, 14, 15 with a 30 clip and they shooting off the break. Ain't no fighting. Ain't nobody fighting no more. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? No fighting. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You might get, it was a lot of jumping. Like, now niggas were getting jumped like, niggas jumping y'all some bitches. But it wasn't. But no, long story short, right? I'm gonna show you back to it, right? Long story short, I had to defend him. Every time I came to Northeast, I took that 70 and that X2 down, or I took the Minnesota, took the X2. Every time I came down to Northeast and I rode with this nigga, bro, he was like the number one enemy. He wasn't like no real threat for real. Like, this nigga was like the number one enemy against East Street. Just off the strength of where he associated himself with, right? You know what I'm saying? He associated himself with. You know what I'm saying? So I had to defend him all the time. Now, mind you, I'm not the toughest nigga in the world. I'm a green ass. I'm a 14, 15, 16-year-old, like, teenager. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the toughest. I know I'm tall and big and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm tall for my age and shit, but like, dog, I'm talking about, like, this shit was weird. Like, it was weird as fuck, bro. Like, how much they hated this nigga. Like, what the fuck did he do? Like, I guess, but you know, he was also like a fly, pretty boy nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fly, fresh, pretty boy nigga. It was, you know what I'm saying? They used to, you know, back in the day, we used to scam do babies. You know, basically like, hey, you want to give a donation to my football team on the Metro train hotel? That should be a whole scam, though. But motherfuckers knew it was fake. They just give us $2, $3. You know what I'm saying? Just off the stream. I ain't had to do it at the time because I had a job. But when I lost my job, I started doing it. But back to the story, though. You know what I'm saying? I just be overthinking and going off topic. My bad, y'all. But long story short, right? So this is the first instance, right? You know what I'm saying? This ain't the first incident, but I'm going to tell this story because it's like a slight story. Then I'm going to get to the main story, right? So it was one instance, right? We right there at, we driving like right there at like on the X2. We on our way back uptown. We actually better go around my way and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? My grandma lived up in Rent House. That was a long ass drive when I think about it. Like X2 from fucking 21st and Bennett Road and all that shit all the way up the fucking Tacoma station, because, you know, I lived up there for some years too. But like, dang, that's a long ass ride. And I think about it, shit. Hey, man, them Metro days. But long story short, we was on our way back up top. You know what I'm saying? We was on our way back up top. He was on the joint. I think he was 14 at the time. I was like 15, going on 16. Or it was something like in there between. Maybe I was 16. I'm not sure. But all I know, it was niggas like at the Pinnacles. Mind you, the Pinnacles on Benner Road. You know what I'm saying? That's the building like Fat Trail is from. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, it was like these. They wasn't grown, man, like old ass niggas, but you could tell they was older. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could tell these niggas like went through puberty and all that shit. These niggas was like, bro, like 19 to 21. You know what I'm saying? He was grown men, but they wasn't like old ass grown men. You know what I'm saying? So that means like, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's kind of weird that a 30-year-old beefing with a 15-year-old, but it's not really like, you know, once you're in that 14 to 19 age range, that's kind of like in the same field a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Even though one side is like grown man status, he already probably playing with guns and shit, and the other young nigga, he fighting and shit, you know what I'm saying? But in that realm, like growing up in DC, like, yeah, that was kind of normal, you know what I'm saying, growing up, you know? So, long story short, we on the X2 right there. The Pinnacles is across the street. For some reason, all the East Street, like, I guess some police was blitzing their block, so I guess all the East Street niggas hanging out at Heckinger Mall. Like at the bus stop, the X2 bus stop at Heckinger Mall, like right between, at the time it was the National Wholesale Liquidators, you know what I'm saying? So now I think it's a Rawls. I don't know what the fuck it is now, but yeah, so long story short, they sitting right there on Benner Road. Smack on Benner Road at the bus stop. They wasn't even about to get on the bus at first. They were just hanging. Oh, shit. Damn, my house. Damn, I ain't want y'all to see that part. I'm going to clean it up, though. I swear to God, I'm going to clean it up. You know? So I ain't want to see that part. I didn't even know the motherfucking camera was in it. Shit, fucking my shit messy. You know what I'm saying? I just had Starbucks and shit, man. My bad, y'all. You know what I'm saying? My shit dirty. I know you were like, look at your house dirty and shit. Probably going bed TV and shit, but fuck that shit. Anyway, long story short, right? So we go up to, yeah. So long story short, they sitting right there. They just sitting at the bus. I don't know what's their reason at the bus stop, but they just sitting chilling at the bus stop, right? So long story short, motherfucking all they know is, hey, ain't that Roy? Yeah, that's him. These niggas got on the bus. They didn't even try to like be gangster and say we ain't paying for the bus fare. These niggas paid their bus fare. They paid their bus fare. They paid their exact $1.25. I think it was it 110 or 125. I think it was 125. I think they changed it to 125 at the time. So they paid the $1, got the quarter out their pocket, put the whole amount. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even try to get on the back, like jump on the back of the bus, sneak on the back of the bus. None. They paid their full fare, got on the back of the bus, right? They sat there and came up on that man. Like, they surrounded the shit out of bruh. And I don't think they knew I was with him. I don't think they knew I was with him and shit like that. So they was just like, I was just sitting in the back. I was just like sitting right behind him and shit. I was scared. I'm talking about, my heart was like, because all I can think is all these niggas got steep takes. And it's the motherfucking middle of like April or May. I'm like, it's not that cold outside. We all got short sleeve shirts and shit on. So those show my heart. I'm like, these niggas got guns. So all I know is, yeah, Roy, you talking all that shit. What's up that 21st shit? We got that hot shit for your bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? That's back when niggas be like, I got that hot shit for you, Snap. You know what I'm saying? That hot, yeah. Put them hot balls in your ass. Man, you know what I'm saying? And at the time, my man thought he was fake invincible. You know, I don't know what it was. He just thought he was fake invincible. I don't know what it was. He just thought he was the most solid gangster nigga at the time. So he just he took his earphones off. He looked at him and put his earphones back on. You know what I'm saying? Well, whatever. So he just sat there, just kept playing his music and shit, right? So he's like, oh yeah, that's how you feel, Roy? Oh yeah, we gonna get your ass when we get off that bus. I'm like, oh my God, we about to get beat up, bro. Damn, I'm scared as fuck. I'm talking about my heart beating like shit. I'm scared. I'm about to cry, bro. These niggas, I swear to God, bro. Hey, long story short, right? So we get right there. So you know where the Walmart bus stop at? Well, not the Walmart bus stop, like right there on like North Capitol and 8th Street. It's that bus stop right in front of the subway. Oh, I think the subway used to be. I don't think the subway there no more. But long story short, we get off on North Capitol. We on the northwest side of 8th Street, right? So right before they get off, right, they just surrounded him. So I'm thinking like sooner or later they're gonna pop up. Now don't get it fucked up. Just because I was scared, that don't mean I was gonna defend my man, bro. But I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like scared as shit. So long story short, long story short, I'm like sitting here like, damn, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I had back in the days when motherfuckers used to wear the chain, the little chain joints with the wallet and shit like that. Yeah, it was one of them joints. So I had one in my hand, so I grabbed the joint in my hand. I said, if they get the jump at him, I'm just gonna get out. Wow, fuck niggas up with that joint. You know what I'm saying? So boom. But long story short, we right there at 8th, like right before you get that 8th Street Bridge on the northeast side. It was one nigga. I remember this to this day, right? It was one nigga, right? One nigga, I swear to God. This nigga sat down, opened up a can of ravioli, cold ravioli, like cold as shit. He opened up a cold can of ravioli, ate that shit in his face, pulled a spoon out, and just started eating a can of ravioli. His man was just looking at him like, what the fuck? I swear to God, I was like, what the fuck? You looking at that man? They was looking at that man crazy as shit. Couldn't find out the nigga wasn't even from East Street. He was from uptown. He's from a red house. You know what I'm saying? Me and him ended up being cool as shit later on in the years. You know what I'm saying? But he was rolling with East Street though. So he was with it. What they was with, but he just did some burnt out shit. He just opened up a can of ravioli and just started eating that shit in nigga face. I'm talking about the drink cold as shit. So cold can of ravioli. I didn't know. I thought that shit wasn't. I didn't know you can do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there like, the fuck? So, long story short, they end up not doing that. They just got off the bus and started talking more shit. Like, yeah, we're going to blow your ass up, bro. Boom, 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 right? So, long story short. So, now we go to the original story, right? The original story. So, this is like my first early years of going to GOGOs. You know what I'm saying? I started going to the Neon. My first GOGO, like I said, my first GOGO was the Neon. I went to Maryland GOGOs first. I was too scared. I wasn't gangster enough to go to DC GOGO. I was like, boom. But, you know what I'm saying? I think probably like, we started going to this joint called the CNN because they was doing free CCB, not TCB. CCB was doing free GOGO events. You know what I'm saying? Free GOGO events. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, we pulled up the first time, but he kept mentioning East Street. Now, at the time, I didn't really know how intense Hood Beast was. You know what I'm saying? Like how intense Hood Beast was and shit like that. I didn't realize it was that serious. I didn't realize nothing about crews and girl gangs and shit. Like I went to Doze and shit my first year, so you know about the Pussy Pound and YBR honeys and KO honeys and shit like that. But I didn't really see too much out there. Like, I see fights and shit, but it wasn't that serious to the point when, like, niggas was really beefing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't really a lot of... It was hood fights in my school, but it really wasn't... It tricked down to, like, what really was going on was, like... It wasn't really, like... Motherfuckers would be just fighting each other because they individually don't like each other. It ain't really had nothing to do with hoods until we got older and shit. But, making a long story short, like, I didn't realize the severity of how much East Street didn't like this nigga. I didn't understand it. So first time we went to Cincinnati, it was cool. It was cool as shit. Motherfucker had a fake North Face trench coat. Man, I thought I was doing something with that shit. That was a band with like shit. I was like, man, if I tell a nigga I was from uptown, especially back then, y'all don't believe I'm from uptown now. So if I tell y'all I was from uptown back in the days, the way I dressed, bro, you probably be like, the fuck, bro. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? I had the worst outfit ever. I had a motherfucking hat that said FBI, and I'd be like, what that stand for? I said, fucking Bitches Incorporated. I ain't fuck no bitch. I was still a virgin too. But long story short, I had a long ass fake North Face trench coat my mother brought me. I think I had one of them cartoons. I don't even want to get into detail. I was a band. We'll just put it like that, right? But long story short, we go to the joint. You know what I'm saying? It was these two little roller giants, man. They was on our line. They was dancing on. We didn't ask them dance on it. They was like, man, what's up, man? You cute. Oh, I'm like, oh, I was shy as shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I should have got their number. They was from the South Side. They was from Third World and all that shit, right? I'm like, damn, man. I should have fucked their little ass, man. I don't think about that shit, man. But it was like the best moment of my life, bro. CCB was playing. It was all really just South Side of Maryland niggas for real. You know, it was in Capitol Heights, so it was like right on the DC-Maryland border. So like it was right there on Marlboro Pike. Like the CNN is like it's like a liquor store too. So like it's like literally like right around the corner. DC's around the corner. You know what I'm saying? If you from the DMV, you know how close DC and Maryland. But if you don't, but if you're not from out here, Maryland borders DC. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, you can walk across the street to Maryland, like on Southern and Eastern Avenue. You can walk across the street to PG County. If you're from uptown, you can walk to Silver Spring from uptown. Not Like if you from that up top side of the Northwest, if you can't walk from Detroit to fucking Silver Spring and expect not to die. But long story short, like man, it was a good night. So we was like, man, fuck, we about to run it back. They about to do it again. I bet that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I had first heard reaction for the first time. And like that 05, 06 reaction was the truth. Oh my God. But back to the story. Long story short, I invite my man, D. You know him as Iggy Stone on Instagram. He's a comedian now. He do skits and comedy and shit like that now. But like that was my dog. We called him D back in the day, so I'm just calling him Iggy just to make things simple, right? And then like my nigga Namo, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These are my niggas from school, so I'm telling him like, bro, this the move. We gotta pull up next week, bro. I bet. So you know what I'm saying? Namo already lived around like in that 53rd, 51st area and shit like that. So we picked him up. You know what I'm saying? We picked him up, and then D came with us. He came from uptown. He came from uptown with me, and we all just hit a move. We just all hit a move to go straight out there, right? You know what I'm saying? We hit a move straight out there just to go straight out there, right? We on our way. Then he was like, hey, bro, I'm beefing with East Street, bro. Jay, I was like, bro, I'm beefing with East Street. Mind you, I do not know the severity of this beef. You know what I'm saying? I do not know. I mean, we all linked up. We all met at Capitol Heights Station. We was on our way up there. We walked up the hill. Was it Capitol Heights or Benton Road? Yeah, we met at Capitol Heights Station. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, we all walked up to the center end. You know what I'm saying? Damo, we had lost. We not from this side, so we kind of got lost. But Damo knew his way. He knew how to get to the center end. So long story short, we get there right. Now last week I told you it was peaceful. It was peaceful as fuck, right? This week it was packed as shit and it was straight drama. Like, think about it. Now everybody heard there was a free GOGO. And this before the internet and shit, though. All free GOGO, bruh. Like, all free GOGO. Like, you know what I'm saying? With like, you know what I'm saying? Now everybody know. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we get there, it's a two totally different atmospheres, man. I'm telling you. We get there, man. We get there, that joint jam, pack them to about 300, 400 people strong in that motherfucker, bruh. I remember this to this day, bruh. 300, 400 people strong in this motherfucker, bruh. So long story short, we get inside the center there, right? Man, Jay, I'm like, bro, East Street in here. I'm like, bro, it's acting like a bitch, bro. Like, so what they in here? So, like, but like, remind you, I don't know the severity of the beef. I don't know this shit, man. So, long story short, like he keeps talking about East Street in deep as shit, bro. I gotta go. I'm like, bro, we got you, bro. You good, bro. They not even, like, in my mind, they not even paying no attention to him, right? But low key, they is paying attention. You know, like, shout out my nigga Jay Stone from the town. He from LA, right? He was telling like a gangbang story. So you know how like a nigga, he not looking, but he looking. So basically he partying. He not looking, but he looking. So that's basically what it was with them. They knew he was in there, but they ain't showed that he knew. You know what I'm saying? They was just trying to play stupid so they could whoop his ass after the show. But you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, this night was a blessing from God. I swear to God. Like, so long story short, like, Chaba City was in there. So this is at the time when Chaba City and East Street first started getting the beefing and shit like that, right? You know what I'm saying? They first started getting the beefing. So all I know is, now Chaba City, if you know Chaba City are crash dummy niggas. Everybody used to like hate Chaba City because them niggas was like wild as shit. Niggas be like, yeah, Chaba City stay get beat in the go-go's. No, this is what happened. Chaba City was thought shit when niggas that's like 40, 30, 40, 50 deep while they only 10 to 15 deep. They did this shit all the time. Like, so don't get it twisted. Nick Gay, Chopper City took L's, but they took L's because they wasn't going like that. Like, the fuck, like, they would, it's like the battle of the 300s. Like, Chopper City was like literally 300. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were 300 deep and they battling like thousands of niggas, but they still ain't going for that shit though. So don't get it twisted. They was knocking niggas out. They just was outnumbered most of the time. So, but that's how Chopper City rolled. Like, they were just hot-head young niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, like, I remember to this day, I remember a security nigga. I remember one Chopper City nigga, he was bumping a bunch of niggas in the club, like, yeah. So next minute the go-go, so the bouncer kicking out the nigga from Chopper City, right? So all I know is the band just started getting the shit out to like Chopper City, Chopper City. So he gets stamped while he get kicked out of the club. So the bouncer had this nigga in the air. He's still jumping in the air like, yeah. So long story short, right? So the bouncer, so the long story short, we in the club, right? We like, so Reaction get on. You know, Reaction was my favorite band at that time. So like they was hitting the order. This is the breakdown. Reaction. So I'm on some AF, let's motherfucking goom, 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 goom. Like, y'all really gotta look up 0506 Reaction, bro. That shit's crazy like shit, I swear to God. But long story short, I'm partying like shit. Then they hit that Dora, Dora. I'm in my jam. So long story short, you know, I keep saying long story short, but I keep telling the long story of it. I don't understand y'all. But it was one nigga in particular, and like low key, it was just like at the time I was blown, but now I think about it, it was a blessing. This nigga was just burnt. So all I know is security came over there to turn the lights on. I guess he was trying to get, I don't know if he was trying to get the band off the stage or whatever, right? So long story short, he turned the light on, right? So then my man, he wasn't my man. I don't even know this nigga. So this nigga just came up. He just started looking at everybody, smiling, and then turned the light back on, and then kept partying. So then the bouncer came back over there mad, and she told him, "Who turned the light off? Y'all turned the light off?" I said, "Nah, we ain't touched no light. Who turned the light off?" Like, of course, I'm not gonna snitch. Like, you want me to just snitch on the nigga who just turned the light on? Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all so-called old murder, but you want me to snitch on the nigga who turned the light on? Like, the fuck out of here, bro. I ain't snitching. Fuck wrong with you? But long story short, right? So next minute, the bouncer turned the light back on. He walk off. Next minute, the nigga turned the light back off and just start smiling at everybody. And then, like, he can tell the nigga was just burned out and high as shit right now. So, long story short, something just told me to back up. Like, just something told me to back up. So I literally backed up like 2-3 feet, right? And literally the same security guard came over there and just grabbed this shit out of all my men. He just grabbed this shit out of all my man. Like he just grabbed this shit like out of Damo, Iggy, and JR. He grabbed all of them, just grabbed the shit out of all of them, just shoved everybody, like just hit them all like a motherfucking metro bus. Rouge. He probably kicked out like 7 niggas at once. Like nobody had nothing to do with anything, but we saw it. But it was niggas who didn't even see what the fuck was going on got kicked out. So they just rushed everybody out. Bull. It was a weird thing. Like I don't know what it was. You think about it, we was kids. We was like 14, 15, 16, maybe at the oldest 18. And we get beat up by fucking road ass, diesel ass niggas in the club and shit. But you know, at the time we ain't, you know, you think about that shit like, damn, like the fuck, security was really beating our ass though. Long story short though, so they kicked them out, right? So I'm like, man, fuck that. I think 60B was just started playing, so like, can you handle it if I go there with you? We can set it off, we can set it off, we can set it again. Like, let me stop playing though. But long story short, right? I'm over here partying and shit. I'm like, man, fuck it. They kick my men out. Let me at least get like 5. I'm going outside, but let me at least get like 5 minutes of crank. So all I know is the security nigga came back, grabbed this shit out of me in the shirt. He motherfucking Jazzy Jeff my ass out the motherfucking club and shit. So he threw my ass. I almost sprained my ankle and all that shit. I'm trying to get fake aggressive on the nigga. Like, y'all got me fucked up. Over time, I'm a cold bitch ass nigga, bro. Like, I ain't fucking with y'all diesel. Y'all niggas is like motherfucking almost 300 pounds of muscle and fat. Like, I ain't fucking with none of y'all niggas. So I say, man, fuck that shit. We got, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to make sure I still got my little 1 month school pass and shit. Trying to make sure I'm good and shit. So long story short, we get on the we on our way on Marlboro Pike. We say, man, and this is what I fucked that back. We should have go straight home. We should never did this, but and it wasn't meant, you know. Luckily, nobody got hurt or died. I'm gonna tell you why though. So long story short, we get to the McDonald's at Marlboro Pike. I get a milkshake and a cheeseburger. I think all my man got something to eat, some fries and all type of shit. Then we was scraping up some bread. We scraped up like $20 and got something to eat, right? So long story short, we get right there on Southern Avenue, right there on the DC Maryland border. We still on the Maryland side of Southern Avenue, but we it's like right there, cross street from the city. So y'all know where that church at right there on Marlboro Southern Avenue. That was abandoned. That wasn't no church. It wasn't nothing there at that time. It was like abandoned. So long story short, as soon as we hit that corner, we get on the Southern Avenue side. All we know is we just heard boom, boom, boom. Shot. You could tell it was a shotgun. Boom, because the nigga, in fact, it wasn't consistent shooting. It was just basically like boom, boom. and I guess the car was shooting back, so it was two cars out of nowhere that got in a shootout. So the nigga just came up on him, wah. Just start shooting at the nigga, right? And two cars, we thinking some niggas shooting at us. So we got the fuck. We like, So we got the fuck. We were right at the cut. We was all at the cut. I'm talking about nigga was never so scared. I wanted to cry, but you know, I wanted to put this fake tough boy persona in and shit. So I'm in the cut like, what the fuck was that? Was they trying to get us? I don't know. So we sat there like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, let me also remind you, the reason why we say we should have got our $8 is because we also missed the bus too. We missed one of the little W bus. It was one of them VW buses, you know. I only know about 70s, X2s, and fucking 60 buses. You know, I'm a Northwest baby for real. So that's all the buses I really knew. I ain't know nothing about none of these VABC buses on the south side, northeast side and shit. So long story short, we just know we missed the bus. I ain't give a fuck where it was going to. We just missed the bus. As long as the bus take us to the station, that was all. But we missed the bus right there before we hit the corner. So long story short, I don't know if we had to wait 30 minutes or we was waiting an hour. But all I know is we was sitting right there scared out of motherfucking mind. I'm talking about we was scared as shit. Like we 14, 15, and 16 right now, just sitting in the corner, in the cut, just waiting. Like, dog, did we good? I don't know, but we can't miss the bus. So we soon let it crack right back on Southern Avenue. So all I know is this red car, hoopty joint. A nigga pulled up with the motherfucking Day stocking cap on his head, talking about something. Hey, y'all heard them gunshots? Reminds you, this shit happened like 15 minutes ago. Like, so my green dumbass was about to say, yeah, man, they was shooting like shit the whole time. I was so close about to say that. I ain't say it, but I was about to. So the next minute, my man Dabo was like, nah, we ain't see nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no street kid. I want to be a street kid. I'm trying to be, but I don't really know everything. So I'm glad Damo kind of saved our life. He was like, nah, we don't do nothing. So we just walked off. Like, we thinking like, damn, like, maybe that's the nigga who shot up. Maybe it's the police. You try to make us, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So long story short, we go down. So next week we go down Southern Avenue. So we go down Southern Avenue and shit like that. Like, no. That's what happened. We go right back in the cut. The car is still there. Next when the car drive over, but he's still circling the bus. So now we thinking, hell yeah, that nigga looking for us. So somehow, some way, we hit the cut. We hit a cut, right? We jump over. We walk across the street on Marlboro Pike. And we end up around 1200. That's a little apartment on the Maryland side of Southern Avenue. Like I said, Southern Avenue splits Maryland and D.C. It's a neighborhood on the Capitol Heights side called 1200. We ain't know it was a hood, though. I didn't know it was a hood at the time, you know what I'm saying? But that was like the 12. If you know the 1200 buildings, you know what I'm talking about. So, long story short, we end up in the back of them apartments right there. So, for some reason, it was a gate that was bent open, so we just walked right through the gate and right there. We walk right down the trees. The next minute, the bus is finally coming, but guess what? It's the let out. The let out. The show already happened, so all the East Street niggas is waiting for the bus. Either waiting for the bus or they waiting, or they already walked out there. Mind you, I'm not from that side, so I don't know how far anything for me. The whole time, long story short, we could have been walked down there. The bus, you know what I'm saying? Bitter Road Station was right there, but we didn't know that. Long story short, we get down. We get down there and shit. We get out of Bitter Road Station, right? And I swear to God, this shit was like the Warriors. Like it was like you know how like niggas was just getting on the trains and buses and shit like that. We went through one incident, now we get to the other incident. Hold up, before that though, before we get on the bus and shit, right? The same car hit a whole U-turn and saw us and hit a whole U-turn trying to get behind, trying to get at us and shit, but we got on the bus on time and shit, you know. Niggas ain't about to shoot on no bus or nothing like that. So we was like, damn, what the fuck going on? So we talking about that. So all I know is JR in the corner, like paranoid, quiet. I'm like, why the fuck this nigga so quiet? So next minute, all I know is he said East Street on the bus, bro. That all I know is nigga was like, hey, what's up, Roy? Everything good, bro? I ain't see you since Brown. But over time, he really plotting, but he faking. He plotting for real. But like he low key try to act like he is friend and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But he plotted though for real. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It was like the East Street niggas and shit. So, long story short, we end up getting off at the back of the bus. We zoom off, right? We run across the street. JR like he in a hurry. We right there on Benton Road. I know we was around 46. Benton Road Station right there. They like, so all we know is we just see like 40, 50 niggas outside. Like 40, 50 niggas. I swear to God, 40, 50 motherfuckers outside. And like they got their hands like this. They was trying to make an E out of it, but it's really like a C, but they was trying to make an E. And then like they was doing like their little hood side, East Street Bangers, East Street Bangers. And they was all doing it at the same time. East Street Bangers, East Street Bangers, East Street Bangers. So long story short, the niggas ain't even come, like the niggas ain't even pull up first. It was the females. Now, you know, East Street had their own little girl group called the Red Zone, honey. So some girl gangs, they be based off their neighborhood, and some girl gangs, they be based off of just a bunch of friends that know each other and shit. But this girl group was called the Red Zone, honeys. You know what I'm saying? And they was straight thorough. They was with all the bullshit. Like I'm telling you. So long story short, we go hotel. All I know is we right there at Better Road Station. So all I know is all the bitches just came out. Like all the little Red Zone bitches, they just came to my man's talking about something. They came to my man's because they was talking about something. They was talking about something. Hey, where you from? Where you from? My bad stuttered. He's like, I'm from 20. No, I'm from uptown. He was about to say 21st. He's like, I'm from uptown. He said, nigga, I'm not from the 21st. I'm from motherfucking uptown. He said, I grew up on Elm Street like Antoine. Nah, nigga, you chose your side, nigga. You can't choose the uptown car no more, nigga. But long story short, all I know is the bitches hit Jay out with a whoop, whoop, whoop. Grabbed his neck. I'm talking about grab his neck, scratch the nigga in his neck and shit, grab his hat, try to whoop. I'm talking about they trying to jump this nigga. Man, we looked at Iggy, you my motherfucking nigga, bro. I swear to God, you my nigga, right? Yeah, I swear to God, you my nigga, right? Iggy was gone. He was already gone. Well, he was already gone down the hill. So I was like, oh shit. So I said, hey, JR, fuck that. Because JR was about to fight the bitch. He was like, man, fuck that. I'm about to smack the shit out of these bitches. So I was like, nah, bro, fuck them bitches, bro. Them niggas across the street. Let's go. So I'm talking about, mind you, I'm a big fat nigga now, but I was still like a chubby fat nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was a chubby fat. I wasn't as big as I was now, but like I ain't even think I can run that fast, bro. When I say my big ass, I think I passed Iggy, bro. Bolted that motherfucker. Man, a motherfucker. I was so scared, I stopped and tried to put the motherfucking Metro car under the thing because I ain't know what to do. I ain't know what to do. I was so fucking scared, bro. So we get down to Better Road Station, bro. Oh, my man hopping the gates. You know, so I eventually just hopped the gate, right? So I swear to God, this was a blessing for God, bro. I know I'm 40 minutes in this video, and I appreciate everybody that's patient, right? But long story short, we get right there to the elevator. We get right there to the elevator. For some reason, the elevator is open. The elevator right there, the one that takes the wheelchair people open like that, the joint is open. So we just, boom, we go in there. I say, bro, what's hiding here? I bet. So long story short, we go down there. We hide in the joint. All we can hear is a bunch of commotion. Like, them niggas down there. Them niggas from 21st down here, bro. Let's get their ass. Let's beat the shit out of them. So, long story short, we sitting there in the elevator. But you know, this at the time when they first opened up. You know, because at the time there wasn't no little thing to show you how long the train's coming. But this is like when the joints first started. They started popping up and shit. Like how long the train. So the train literally was 1 minute away. I don't know how to say it was like literally the longest 1 minute we ever waited for in our life, bro. I'm talking about this 1 minute had to be like 30 minutes for real, bro. We in the RB like, boom. So the train finally actually come, right? The train actually comes, right? So long story short, the train comes, the train say, door is opening. Doo, doo. That's my old train. Doo, doo. We jump in the motherfucker. We literally rolled. We didn't even walk in there. We crawled and rolled in that bitch. Usually it was me, Iggy, and JR. Damo left. I forgot Damo. We still left Damo. We rolled in that motherfucker. I'm talking about stop, drop, and roll forward like only you can prevent forest fires here. It's like in that motherfucker, bro. Our survival was on the what? So all we know is we stayed crawling. Ain't nobody get on the joint, right? So we like, all right, cool. Say less. So all I know is doors closing. Doo doo. So it closing shit. All I know is 100 East Street niggas down there, and they all yelling at JR talking about something. Yeah, I'm gonna kill you, JR. I guess I'm gonna kill you, nigga. They all was cussing us out. That nigga's right there. Bro, we would have been dead, bro. Man, long story short, we ended up going back uptown where KDY stopped up with some little bras, hit the little Reggie weed. We was good, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's one of my stories. I know this shit was like 40 minutes, but I just want to tell this story. I know I just wasted like an hour, almost an hour of y'all life, but I just wanted to tell this story so bad. So y'all tell me what y'all think, man. I'm gonna do part two. Part two is definitely gonna be shorter though. You know what I'm saying? I know I could have cut this off a little bit more, but I don't know. I'm just so excited when I tell these type of stories, man. But y'all tell me what y'all think, man.